Happy Saturday morning, everybody. Mark, a.k.a. the Ministry Dude. Everybody's having a great day today. Today's the 15th day of February 2025. See, we're halfway through this month already. Actually, it's a short month, so we're one day through, more than halfway through it. And we got, 28 days? I don't think this is a leap year, I believe. Well, yesterday we had a little get-together for our homeschool group at Warrior Skating Rink down in Sparta, Tennessee. You know, I'm 66 years old, and when I was 18, back in 1976, 77, 19 years old, I used to roller skate every Saturday night. We'd go roller skating, make a night of it, 3 or 4 hours a night. Let me tell you, I was pretty good at skating forward. I wasn't very good at backward skating or doing them fancy tricks, but I could, swing my feet back and forth and, go fast around the corners, wipe out every once in a while. But yesterday we went skating, and I'm thinking, wow, man, this is going to be great because I ain't skated in a while, but I bet I still got it. Well, I still had it, but it wasn't quite as good. Let's put it that way. I was doing great. I was skating around there, I almost fell a couple times, but I caught myself. Everything was going great. And then we're getting ready to leave, and I come around, and I come over to where the exit is there, and I'm within arm's reach of it, and all of a sudden this little kid comes up and wham, runs right into me, knocks me right over. So I almost made it. I hurt my elbow a little bit sore today, but it ain't as bad as it was yesterday. Other than that, I didn't really get hurt, only my pride, So, you got a 66-year-old body with an 18-year-old mind. It's not a good combination, let me tell you. All right, let's talk a little bit about how being a Bible thumper, let's call it that, Jesus freak, whatever they call, religious. I'm not the kind of guy that goes out and tries to shove religion down people's throats. There's some people in the United States that, what they believe in, they think everybody should believe in it. Not everybody believes in Jesus. Not everybody believes in God. Everybody's got their own thing. And I don't force it on them. It's just like trying to sell somebody something. Like when I was a car dealer, I had this one boss that used to try to sell people cars. Even if they didn't want them, I'll sell it to them anyways. Well, the problem with that is, if you sell somebody something they don't want, they're going to bring it back, or they're going to, resent you like that. So yeah, he got mad at me a couple times, but I still sold a bunch of cars. I wasn't the greatest salesman in the world, but I did all right. So let's get started with through the Bible reading, shall we? I've jawed on long enough, 3 minutes now. February 15th, Exodus 17:14. The Amalek test. Joshua is victorious in his first battle. Recounting in the hearing of Joshua, it appears that the Lord may have revealed to Moses this early that Joshua would succeed upon his death. What was that song there? Joshua fit the battle of Jericho and the walls come a-tumbling down. Yeah, that's the song. I remember that. Why else would he single out Joshua to remember that Amalek was Israel's already? Exodus 17:15. Jehovah Nissi, the Lord is my banner. Literally, it could be translated, surely there is a hand upon the throne of the Lord. This signifies an unpraised hand, such as the one gives testimony in a court of law. In other words, God is swearing an oath on us, his throne, to provide for Israel. In this case, protection. All 4 of these testing scenes, this one and the previous 3, involve God's provision. This last one was his provision for safety. God tells us about himself in the textbook, his word. We are such creatures that in addition to textbook learning, we must also experience the lesson personally on field trips and life itself. Book learning does not provide the bond which experiences experience provides. Your testings through difficult cement you to God in a way nothing else could do. I was just thinking about something. I seen this thing on, it was a yes or no question. Do you think when you get older you use your hands more to talk with? I think I've always used my hands to talk with. They said if you're Italian, you use your hands to talk with, but I don't really think. I see a lot of people, they use their, even on TV and like that, they use their hands to make expressions and like that. All right, let's skip on down here to Proverbs 16:7. The blessings of prudence. A highway is well-traveled road, and the implications is that a man's good living should be so characterized. This well-traveled road represents the way of godliness by which he has chosen to travel to his eternal destiny. Proverbs 22:3. Prudence carries with it the idea of cutting off the superfluous and getting right to the heart of the matter, adopting the good from that. A prudent man will watch carefully for the pitfalls along the way and avoid them. There are also those who go through life merrily or carelessly, not looking out for the pitfalls. They fall into the traps and pay a price for not being watchful. Always pay attention. You know, just like driving. You know, you can't go down and look at your phone while you're driving and expect to see the road. You know, something comes up. Always pay attention to where your life is going. Exodus 18:24. Jethro's advice is put into action. A good example of prudence. Okay, we're going to skip on down to Matthew 13:10. Why Jesus spoke in parables. The parables were taught by Jesus to bring understanding to seeking persons, not to be decoded in the study. Each parable has one main focal point, or truth, to be grasped, and each should be considered in its setting. It was the same setting with Jesus to give each specific parable. It was as if he was saying, look around you and at what is going on. The kingdom of God is similar to this situation in this very specific way. Mark 4:10. Why Jesus spoke in parables. Along with Jesus, away from the crowd and the noise, they could ask. He would answer, and they would understand. The most valuable, teachable, productive time is the alone time with the Lord. So many people on the fringes, whose only time with God is when you are in his house, never realize this wonderful truth and never experience. But you do, don't you, reader? Here's something from Adrian P. Rogers. We're going to close with this. Obey the parts of the Bible you do not understand, and pretty soon you'll start to understand the parts you do not understand. That's from Adrian P. Rogers. Alone time with God. You know, we all need that. We all just, need to sit and meditate, and ask, God to guide us in our endeavors in our lives. Well, thanks everyone for watching and listening today. This is Mark, the Ministry Dude. I'm signing off for today. We'll see you again tomorrow with another reading. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.